you guys? It's Mary.
And Emma.
We invite you guys to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below, you all. Because today we are going to be talking about Ready to Love. And y'all, it was quite interesting. The men have gone fishing and they are basically getting ready to go to a yacht party. And the yacht party was everything and a bag of drama. We're going to first start with, I guess, Mark Anthony and Jeffrey. They were hugging all on each other, holding each other. Oh my God, this feels good.
Apparently they had a date.
Oh yes, they had a date before that, and then also I think Tony went on a date with Marcy as well. He wasn't liking her. Well, no, not Tony. It was
the Blue.
Blue went on a date with Marcy, wasn't liking her. But Mark Anthony went on a date with Jeffrey, and it seems like they were feeling each other and everything. But he says he wants to take it slow because she has 3 kids.
Yeah.
I don't think he's serious.
He's never really dated someone with children.
Listen, Mark Anthony is not serious. Okay.
He's not interested in a permanent relationship with a woman who has kids. I don't think so.
No, he probably wants to hit it and quit it, or at least see how much he can feel up on her because she's a beautiful woman. But I think he sees his future in Mercedes, because when she's a air flight hostess or whatever.
Yes,
he's a pilot,
has no kids,
and all that.
She's young.
She's young. He's
Probably.
young, and he knows that they can actually start to have a wonderful life and move in that direction.
Exactly.
With Jeffrey, he's going to have to be a dad immediately.
Yeah.
So it's really going to slow him down.
Anthony
If she is
trying to do that.
She is not going to be okay with him going and flying away for a long periods of time and all this stuff. I think, Jeffrey, you shot yourself in the foot. You should have settled down.
Mario.
You should have settled down with Mario, who is an accountant, who is a provider, who is a protector, and who had a daddy in the house who showed him how to be a man. Green flags. But you decided to let me go and kiss him.
I don't know why. Why she was trying to go for
Mark Anthony. It was so weird and cringy.
Like, wrong decision. I mean, you should be able to see a mile away to know that.
I mean, he
Mark
looks younger
Anthony,
than you.
You know.
And then
was
kissing him.
I know.
You know what Mark Anthony did? Not very
That's
smart.
what you should
They
have
never
done.
shoot themselves in the foot.
No.
They love to keep all their options open and keep everybody kind of floating around until they decide.
He said, I want to do 2.
Foot rubs.
Yes.
I mean, even though he went to Jeffrey first, I felt like he should have went to Mercedes first. But I guess because she was closer. That's what
when
he
he
did.
went to Mercedes, he rubbed her calf.
Yes, he did.
He didn't do that to Jeffrey. And he didn't try to be all, you know what I'm saying, on Jeffrey like that. And then you, Jeffrey, when they said kiss to someone you're feeling or you're taking seriously, you should have followed his lead and said, gone, kissed Mark Anthony on the cheek.
Yes.
And then kissed Mario also on the cheek. But since
then rubbed his
Mario's
back.
was she could have rubbed it. No one would have seen.
Or rubbed his hair like this,
You know,
gave him a little head
or
massage.
just get a little squeeze on the side of him so he knows I'm still feeling you, honey. But no, you go and you say Mark Anthony. He comes towards you, his lips closed, yours parted, like you wanted a dipper kiss. And he kind of just kissed you on the side of your lip with his lips closed. So then you looked. You see, though she also had closed her eyes. So
Cringe.
it was cringe.
And Demario was like, "Listen, oh
and
my God, he was so
he only
done."
held you with one hand,
And she was
like a side hug.
"Yes,
Like a little side hug. That
he
was.
Girl, listen, you played yourself, honey.
You played
Because
yourself.
by the end of the boat ride, Demario had thrown his 49 back in his mouth. He had was drinking that liquor, and he was caping for Corvea. Okay,
He was
I
done.
feel
He was done.
He said he was completely turned off. He started talking to other women and all that stuff. He was speaking to Corvea. It seemed like they had a much better connection and that their goals kind of aligned up.
Yes.
And he's like, you know what, maybe this is where I need to be. And I think him fighting for her was genuine. I think when he looked, listen, y'all know the thumbnail that I just posted for this video? This was the face of a man who had seen it all and he is done.
Yes.
And he was done with Jeffrey.
Because
that's
as soon
why
as she went to Suan,
yeah,
and she was there trying to, well, Suan, you seem to have all the answers. At first, she was like, she wanted to get some kind of feedback about Blake. That's a no-no because the guy now is thinking, oh, she's someone who kisses and tells, or who goes and tries to spread
listen,
like gossip about some man.
With DeMario, it took you kissing Mark Anthony, you being all over him, and then you wasn't being all in your comfort zone with him, and then you completely dissing me, not seeing me, and now you're sitting here in front of my face arguing with another woman about a man that you don't like. Oh, it's over. You want some kind of
feedback. And, you know,
Why do you want feedback
forgot
for a guy that you don't like?
Swen is an attorney. So she was not allowing you to kind of put stuff on her.
No.
And be like, she's like, oh, no. You said that he said he only wanted you. And he said you were not even on his list. So,
embarrassing.
So DeMario hears that. And he's like, you mean she's out there talking about Blake wanting her to other people? And look, and lying.
On a man? Oh, wow.
So that's how he's going to take it. So he's like, oh, so she's messy also. Wow.
Yeah, it was all quite a bit.
So she really showed her behind. And I'm surprised. Like, you
For
are a mama.
With 3 kids,
Even
honey.
if you just had 1 kid, I am, like, surprised.
Oh,
the behavior.
Yeah, that whole thing was just very degenerate. And, you know, him caping for a Corvette, I think it was genuine.
I think it was. He was just like...
I think he was like, you know what, I'm ready to see that through. But that man, I loved
it. He stood up with those other men. You know, he seems so quiet.
I
know.
But
he stood up in the face of other men, like, to really cape for Corvette.
He really... And you know what? I love it when a man stands up for what he wants. That was beautiful to see. That was quite attractive. I ain't gonna lie.
Now, in the preview, when he's sitting down with Jeffrey,
there might be some more hurt feelings there.
She probably was trying to come back or something.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure he's surprised. Like, you know, you're a mom, and you could have just been like, you could have kissed him on the cheek. But you're all there the way you just played yourself, really.
I felt like he should have just left her alone. I don't think he should have said anything.
I know.
I felt like, man, I was like, well, I think they're still
shaping her.
I felt like they
kids think like, damn. I mean, I am a woman. That's what they'll think.
I know, but I mean, men go around doing it all the time, so let's not mom shame her, okay? She living her life or whatever. But my thing is, you are a woman with 3 kids. You are here. Are you looking for love in a relationship?
That's
and
what
for
I'm
a
saying.
serious man to come into your children's lives, you have to act a certain way.
Yeah, or you just trying
and like you're here, was it catching the feel, Mark Anthony? Oh, that feels so good.
And he was so happy to get her off his side.
Oh my God, when Blake came, oh my God. He said, she said, really? I have to leave my comfort zone? Really? Really? He's like, oh.
Sure, he got up quick.
He did not waste no time. He said, oh yes, please, be gone. Because I have to go make things right with Mercedes if there's anything to make right. So I actually really love that. But yeah, so Blake and everything, I just thought the whole thing was weird. At first, it seemed like, okay, Jeffrey was the liar, but now it was like Blake's the liar because he never wanted to say what was really said.
Yeah.
And then Jeffrey, like, she was challenging him. She's like, I dare you. Let's say something because I want to come back with the truth. I want you to say something live. Come say something live in front of these cameras.
He looks so dumb.
And then she said,
so you even called her.
Oh my God, it was so funny. She literally is like, well, listen.
Him.
Oh, she sunned him for sure. So you called me to figure out what's wrong with you? He said, no. I mean, she said, so why am I here? He said, great question. Well, yes, no. Yes, we'll see it. I'll see you later. By the time he left, my man had whiplash. She said, I would not be talking to her no more. Matter of fact, let me block. Let me go. Susu. Yeah, Susu. Yes. She's my number 1 choice. Susu. Yeah, that's Susu.
I knew he was all about Susu after that.
He wasn't feeling no damn Susu. Girl, Susu, you better run, Susu.
Well, Susu, look at though she's feeling somebody else. Who was that?
That man
holding her.
That man's feeling nothing but caca. And caca, that means shit. In Africa. Seriously, y'all know where's in Creole? Girl, you better run, Susu. The manure is smelling.
Oh, Lord.
Hold on, wait. Oh my God, but yeah, this guy Anthony, he was feeling Cynthia, but I don't think she's feeling Andre. Oh my God, and Andre left the process, even though he tested positive for COVID.
But he said, after the COVID, he ain't coming back.
Oh yeah, he said he has removed himself from the process completely because he said it wouldn't be fair. I mean, but the process is still early. They had maybe 5 or 6 more weeks.
I know.
It's not like he won't have COVID for 6 weeks. You know what I think happened? She cried. He saw how vulnerable she was. You know, men are such suckers for a woman who can cry. But yeah, so I think what happened was he saw Cynthia crying on his shoulder, and I think it really touched his heart. And he was just like, you know, I can't play her. Because I don't think he was serious at all. I think he was just like, you know, I can't do this to her.
Yeah.
I'm just going to subtract myself from the process. Yeah. And I think COVID was just really a blessing from God for her, because now you don't have to have this man play you, because you are in a place where you're trying to heal and be vulnerable and open yourself up again, and you're liking this man. Don't let him come in just for you to get broken again because he played you. So I feel like it's a blessing in disguise. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like he left. But I don't think he's feeling Anthony because he is short. Yes, he has the melanin and he has the beard, but the height is missing from the equation. And women, we all want to feel protected. And when you some short guy, we don't feel that protected, especially when we looking over you. Sorry, no shade to the short kangs. But yeah, that's what happened there. Yeah. But he was also chatting up with Susu.
Yes, for the preview, we see that.
Well, she seems like she's feeling him, so we'll see. But was that everything?
I'm trying to think. We talked about Corvea.
We talked about Corvea. Let me just look through the notes.
Morgan.
Oh, Morgan. Oh, my God. Morgan, she's such a beautiful girl. Yes. Mizuli Sana. But I personally feel that she is very insecure and she doesn't see her own beauty or does not recognize her own worth. Yeah, definitely a lot of jealousy issues.
She needs attention.
She needs attention because I feel like she just doesn't think she has much self. Probably doesn't. Yeah.
But she has some kind of jealousy tendency.
She doesn't see her own worth. That's why she needs someone to constantly feed into her. And for a man, that's exhausting. You know, and I feel
he likes Marcy, I think.
He likes Marcy because she's confident. He doesn't have to do much work. Men really do not want to... You know, they don't want a lot of drama. And then the thing is, she's like, don't be gone too long. I mean, I don't like him. Like, he's not putting in the attention. He's not putting in the work. That, like, it just seemed like it was giving me jealous, but also it was giving me desperate and thirsty. Yeah. Like, you had no other options.
And Marcy does like Tony, but she wants Tony to come to her, and Tony is coming to her. And in the lounge, didn't he say Marcy? Mm-hmm. That's who he chose.
Me, personally, I think Tony...
Not Morgan.
Tony be saying a lot of stuff, but he really don't be saying nothing. Especially with Janika. He was like, what was it? Oh, girl, you make me feeling mushy inside. Oh. I was like, okay. I kind of saw what Cynthia was saying, talking about how he be saying a whole bunch of nothing.
I think she touched him, though.
I feel like men are always touched when a woman seems like they need them and are crying and are vulnerable. Yeah. I think men speak to vulnerability, which... I mean, I have to start working on my fake crying. I mean, being vulnerable. But yeah, so I just think Morgan, she needs to do better. And then now all of a sudden she was all over London and all this stuff. And he was like, you look good. London, you look great. And she's like, thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby.
She's not really feeling him like that.
I know. And I think he hated her calling him baby. So he just stopped complimenting her. Yeah. Because when you say baby, it's kind of like, oh, I'm a child. Thank you, baby. So yeah, I don't know. And then what I thought what she did was like kind of iconic and hilarious. Funny, She was like, you know, I think like, so. Who are the three sexiest people? She said, well, Lyndon, Marcy, completely ignores him. He was still waiting like, and then she said Marcy, and then she said, you know, I gotta give it up for my goddamn self. And then she did her little wrong way walk and then switch. I was like, yes, girl. I don't know if you believe it completely,
kind of suspect when she said Marcy. Because she knows that Marcy also likes Tony. Because Marcy had said, so remember they had gone on a date, a double date, with Lyndon, Tony, Morgan, and Marcy. Remember?
I didn't even think about that. So I
think it was a way for her to say, yeah, Marcy's sexy, but I'm number one. I'm more sexy than her, and let Tony see that. Because, and I think it worked.
Because she did get up and she did a little sachet or whatever.
We see him hugging on her.
Who on who?
Tony hugging her for the preview.
Oh, on Morgan?
Yes. Oh, and then we also see Tony.
Yes.
When he says, does it make you feel that I kissed Morgan 5-6 times or something to Lyndon? So Tony allowed him to get played. She hasn't kissed you once.
And then of course Lyndon was like, well, you know, of course I'm the sexiest one here. She's completely right. I was like, okay, you actually are not. But hey, whoever floats your boat, buddy.
So the three people they had were
it was Corvée. No, it was Corvée, Jeffrey, and Marcy. I don't think.
And they put three people. They picked three people. So I wonder if they're gonna use the lifeline.
I mean, we know Jeffrey is still there, obviously. So I think it's either Marcy or Corvée. I think Corvée is going to stay and Marcy might go.
No, but they may not get rid of any because they say if you give someone a lifeline, no one gets to go home.
Yeah.
So if they give it to Corvée,
I'm shocked that the men are having to use it this early. I would have thought one of the women would have had to do
Mark
it.
Anthony did not want to do it.
No.
Because because I'm sure he's thinking, okay, if they get rid of Corvée now, the next time it's going to be Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the guys have problems with her.
Yeah.
And he's still trying to get his little feel.
Yeah, get his feel on. That man ain't serious about no woman, no 3 kids. Sorry, he's just not. But yeah, I think that was everything for Ready to Love.
Yes.
It's Mary. Leave us a like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below.